Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing really, really well, and welcome to this first class of CMA Part 1. And we just had our introductory session that was not recorded. Now the recording is getting started. We'll be starting with Chapter 1, Section A of the CMA Part 1. Though this Chapter 1, Section A, CMA Part 1 is in relation towards external financial reporting and also external financial statements. You need to understand that what would be the role of CMA going forward. Now, let me just tell you, this is something which you can get started. Like, suppose if your career is getting started, if you're in a transition phase, or even if you are at your higher level of your career and you're going to get into a job or you're going to improve your job in there, at the back end, this is something which is highly required, and this is highly required for you to know. But not only that, what I would say is that with the growing need of, or with the growing IFRS and US GAAP, these are the two things which we'll be differentiating and saying that what is the difference between IFRS and US GAAP in the context of a same standard. Like, suppose if we talk about revenue recognition. So what is revenue recognition according to IFRS, and what is revenue recognition according to US GAAP? Because these two have some some differences, and those differences will be taken down in here. In fact, that's the most important point in these first 6 chapters, which is complete section A, external financial statements. In fact, if you see in here on the screen, external financial these 6 chapters, these 6 chapters which are there in front of us, these are completely towards the first topic. Now, if you see in here, external financial statements, measurement, valuation, disclosure, short-term assets, long-term items, and then you see liabilities, recognition, revenue, impairment recognition, revenue, integrated reporting. These all come under external financial reporting decisions. Okay, and that constitutes of 15% of your examination. And those students who have already done, either a bachelor of commerce, a masters of commerce, or you have done your CA inter or CA CPT or CA foundation, what happens is you guys will have a strong grip over the subject. If accounting is your one of the favorite subject and you're good at it, then this will be a bit easy for you. But still, we would be going basic, as maximum of the students have left studies for a long time, coming back to it. The biggest challenge is to get the hang of studying, is getting the feel of groove of I'm learning on a regular basis, getting the habit of learning. For that, what we need to do is nothing but I'll be going a little bit slow, trying to take into more examples. Anyhow, if suppose in at times, if you find something challenging, even if it is a single word, like suppose, what do you mean by impairment? If that's a question for you, you need to shoot that question towards me at the earliest. The delay you do, it means you're delaying in your progression. Suppose even if you don't understand a word and you want a clarification on it and you want another example also on it, make sure that you ask it. Not only if suppose you're watching, if you're there in this live class, even if you're watching this particular recording, what you need to do is nothing but just ask me that question. I'm available over my WhatsApp. You already have my WhatsApp number. Message me directly and I'll be answering it to you at the earliest, so that you be clarified with your doubt and you go on in your preparation ahead. Even if you are in your recording and you find any doubt, reach out to me. Okay, and in this class, just put your hands up or something there. In that, I'll come to you and ask you that what's your query, and make sure that that's solved. I hope that's clear with everyone. If it is clear, then put down yes in the chat section. Put down yes in the chat section. I'm reading those messages now. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. 4 yeses. 5, 6, 7, and done. Now, you understand this, the concepts of financial accounting. Now, in the context of a CMA, a certified management accountant, this is something which you would be coming across on a regular basis. Like, let me just show you some, like in here. Why is this not opening? Yeah, here. Why I want to put it on an incognito, because I don't want that search to be, influenced by my previous IMA searches out there. Now see in here, if I just go towards these career resources, career center, or even towards the job search with the IMA, or let me just put down accounts. Location, I'm not worried about. Just see in here. Not right now. Accounting specialist, accounts payable, accounting payable. These all jobs are available in states. Now I am right now in states, so that's why they are showing me the location here. Which location do you want me to put in? India? India, that's it. Search 200 miles, 350. See, accounting, accounts. See, सिर्फ accounts के जो jobs है, these are the jobs which are available. Like, what are the roles and responsibilities which they are having? See, the role will be participating in combination of the following activities from time to time. Accounting, ensuring that the global guidelines and accounting and reporting adhered and complied with. Okay, this is a job responsibility required. Now, is that sorry. Now, what you need to do is nothing but look out to these responsibilities. I hope that I have put it in the right format. At the right side, you can find in here the responsibilities and also the concepts of financial accounting, which we are going to do slowly. Now, ensure global guidelines on accounting and reporting are adhered and complied with. Responsible for timely monthly closure of books with ensuring completeness and accuracy according to it. US GAAP, billing, AR, account receivable, accounts payable, general ledger, accounting, revenue recognition, accounting for expenses. So this is something which we need it practically. There's a job practically available for it. Now, when there's a job practically available for it, in relation to it, what we need to do is nothing but we need to make sure that when we do these particular chapters, we should have that in our mind that, okay, that's the work which I need to do. That's something which I need to do. And now this is just an example which I'm giving you, like suppose accountant, IT solution, SAP finance is there, manager business for finance, business performance. Now what we are doing is nothing but right now we are towards accounting. That's why I've taken this. As and when we will be going ahead towards more topics like cost accounting, we'll be going towards ethics and compliance, internal audit. That time I'll be having more other stuff in front of you to have your mindset clear that what type of jobs you will be admitted in and what type of jobs you will be doing forward. All right, and even much more are there in relation to it. Now, user need to differentiate between, like suppose there's a person investing in an organization. Okay, there's a person investing in an organization. Now, when he's investing in an organization, what would he look out for is nothing but, will my money be getting a return or not? Will I be getting a return or not? That would be the biggest concern. Who would be having? The person who has invested money. Now, the person who has invested money needs to know whether he is going to get something out of it. Clear, right? Now, how is he going to get to know? Not just by some, market analysis, market going up, down, and all the stuff. That he would be said by some broker saying that this is the price at which you will be getting huge income just to buy this, sell at that time, that's it. But how does that broker or how does an analyst do it is nothing but he goes back towards what? He goes back towards these financial accounting or these financial reports, and then looks into and says that, okay, what's happening with this business? Just say if you go towards a doctor and ask, doctor, I'm not feeling well, what would the doctor do? The doctor will take your, take your hand and, check your nerve and check your, you know, I don't know what the doctor actually does, but he'll get to know what the problem is.
Pulse.
He'll check your pulse and say that what the problem is. Whereas as you people or as we people, what we need to do is nothing but we need to look into the balance sheet or look into the financial reports and say that what the problem is with that organization and what's good in that organization, what's bad in that organization. We can do it by checking the financial reports of the organization. I'm not talking about that exaggerated, sugar coated, all those stuff, window dressed of reports. I'm talking about the real financial reports. I'm not talking about an annual report in which you talk about, okay, we have done this collaboration, we have done that collaboration, we have merged with this particular organization. There is so much of anticipation that we are going to do so good and all. These all things are crap. What matters is what's there on paper, what's there in the financial reports, what's there in your balance sheet. Like suppose, for example, if you just see Vijay Mallya in 2009, what did he do? He applied for a loan out there, and he said that our intangible assets are so much valued. My brand value is so good that I'll be able to repay you, and I have so beautiful projections of my sales which are going to happen in the coming year, so that I can repay your loan easily. That's what he said. And to our surprise, and to us, the banking system surprise, they accepted it also. And when they accepted it, we all know what happened. The point is, until and unless it's there in the financial statements, it's there in the financial reports, it should not be accepted. I hope you guys are getting the objective of this general purpose financial reporting. Now, information about financial performance is useful for understanding the return on economic resources, its variability, evaluating the management, predicting future returns. These can happen based on what? Financial reporting, which are already there in front of us. Okay. Now, for general purpose statement to be useful, external parties, they must be prepared in conformity with accounting principles that are generally accepted in the United States. Now, in the CMA exam, what we'll be doing is nothing but we'll be doing this differences. मतलब यहाँ पे in these chapters, in the first 6 chapters, we'll be doing the difference between US GAAP, IFRS. ये दो का difference हम लोग करते ही रहेंगे on a regular basis. क्यों? क्योंकि हम लोग को दोनों, we need both understandings. Whether you are there at any part of the world, sometimes it may be IFRS, sometimes it may be US GAAP. You need to know what is the difference between the two, and when there is no difference, it's almost the same. It's just your standard number and all that will change, but the treatment will remain the same. Clarity to you guys till now? Clarity, yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, I'm going point by point, basic to basic. Even if you are a layman here, you'll understand it. And if you are having good amount of experience, just please for a few minutes bear with me. Once the recording is up, you can watch it at 2x speed also then. Okay. Then financial accounting differs from management accounting. Now, what's the difference between the two? There's huge difference. For now, just understand this. There's huge difference between management accounting. We are going to be pros in management accounting only. Management accounting is something which is done after the financial reports are prepared and done and dusted. After financial reports are prepared, done, dusted, everything, then comes management accounting. Whereas financial accounting is preparation of those reports only. Okay. Understanding the two differences. Like suppose if I have to cost a product, just like a bottle, this is a bottle in my hand. You have to cost this particular bottle. That is cost accounting for me. That is costing for me. Whereas I've just purchased this bottle and I'm going to sell that bottle. then that's just a journal entry in the financial accounting records. That's it. Okay. Now, users of financial statements. Who all are the users of financial statements? The investors, the suppliers, the creditors, the employees, the management, all these people. Now, what are their potential interest? What's their interest? Like suppose investors or potential investors, they'll always look forward for that, is this organization doing well or not? Will this organization give back our money? Like for example, let's just take this as an example in here. If I have to just search for it. Okay. Google से पूछेंगे कि can we get its financial statements? Google financial report 2021, yeah, whatever it is. Shall I open this up? Yep. Alphabet is actually the parent company. Now, this is what is the financial report, kind of quarterly financial report. How much is the revenue coming in, how it is. Just look into it. These all values is in millions. How much is YouTube ads giving them is nothing but 4,038 million. So it's nothing but $4 billion quarterly. 2020 में और 2021 में $6 billion. मतलब I'm not getting into it. I'm just talking about के ये financial reports देख के किसको interest आएगा? Who will be interested in it?
Investor.
Investor. Hey, they are earning good. They are earning good. Shall I also invest? That's the type of interest they'll come in. Then there will be some vendors, suppliers who are going to provide them with some services. They will want to supply them. Why? Because they are paying on time and they are paying good. Yes or no? They'll pay on time because they're having revenue enough in hand. They are having total income from operations, which is 7 billion, which used to be in 2020, and now it is 16 billion in 2021. That's humongous. Wouldn't you want to, invest in there, or wouldn't you want to get a contract from them? Yes. Suppliers, yes. Employees, will the employees want to work? See, 123,000. Now it is how much? 139,000. It means that people are getting added on. People are not getting removed. People are getting added on. It means that people are retaining and more people are adding on. It means that something good is happening there. I also want to join in. Interest is there? Yes or no? Are they the users of financial statements? Same goes with the management. What do they want is nothing but more and more bonus. Yes or no? Then users having indirect interest. Financial advisors, analysts, like suppose you look into teachers like me, the indirect interest. क्यों? क्योंकि उसको related हम उसको बता रहे हैं. Stock markets, exchanges, regulatory authorities, these all have indirect interest in these financial reports, financial statements. Then external users use financial statements to determine whether doing business with the firm will be what? Will be what? External users, they look into the financial statements and look into and say that whether should we do business with them or not. Will our business be beneficial or not if we do it with this firm? Then investors need to decide whether to increase, decrease, or obtain an investment in a firm, etc. Same stuff which we've just discussed. Then internal users use financial statements to make decisions whether which are affecting the operations of the business. These users include management, employees, board of directors, etc., etc. Now, just look into this. Management needs financial statements to assess financial strengths, deficiencies, and all. But here, if you have these financial reports which are there in front of you, the management can do it very easily. Yes or no?
Yes.
Just moving forward now.
Forward now.
Now, features of financial statements. Now, here, understand this. Disclosures are no longer tested on the CMA exam. However, we continue to provide limited coverage about no disclosures in the outline because they are an integral part of the financial statements. Now, see in here, additional information which is provided. Now, these are financial statements. Let me just keep it here by the side, and let me just keep this also by the side, so that both are there side by side and you guys can have a look at it together. जैसे कि ये देखो, ये सब देखने से if I have a look at this and look into that, oh, these are the financial highlights, this is the revenue, this is the increase over the revenue, or this is the operating income. Should I, okay, previously the margin was 19%, now the margin is 30%. That's a great, right? Even if you're reading it for the first time, that looks good. Now, what all are the items that should be there? जैसे कि देखो, they are talking about stock repurchase, which is nothing but buying back of the shares. They are talking about the webcast and conference call information which they had between the shareholders or the board of directors. Forward-looking statements about non-GAAP financial measures they are talking about. Then they are even putting down the consolidated balance sheets in front of us. And to our surprise, the balance sheet, it is going on well. Even the net income is growing. That's fine. Now, what I wanted to explain, you see here, a full set of financial statements include the following statements. Number one, statement of financial position. Statement of financial position, yes, it's there. Consolidated balance sheets is nothing but the statement of financial position. That's done. Then next, what there? Statement of consolidated statement of income or income statement. That's done too. Then उसके बाद क्या आते? Consolidated statement of cash flow. Other comprehensive income. Where's other comprehensive income? Somewhere here it should be. Other income expense net. That's also there in here. वैसे तो statement बनाना चाहिए, शायद नीचे होगा. Well, then we have statement of cash flows. Done. Then next we have what? Statement of changes in equity. But this is a quarterly report. That's why we do not have it. Otherwise, we would have had that report also. Now, this example, which I'm taking on the right of the screen, is just for you to understand that, okay, this is a type of a financial report, and that's how we will be making it. Anyhow, we are going to make it in the upcoming classes, but for now, understand it in this particular way. Then understand this. To be useful, information presented in the financials must be relevant and faithfully represented. Faithfully represented, and it should be relevant. To enhance the usefulness, the information should be comparable with similar information for other entities and the same entity for another period or date. This will give rise to what? Proper comparability. मतलब एक स्टेटमेंट दूसरा स्टेटमेंट थोड़ा सा अलग रहे उनका बनाने में, though the internal items are almost the same, but if suppose the format and all those are different, then that will be a problem. Yes. Who has a issue here? Yes, Sobi Ajabin.
I am having a doubt here.
Yes.
See, I just want to know what is the difference between the income statement and comprehensive income statements. Whenever, see,
Other compre
yeah, why? Because while we are working, I used to do only the income statement. I used to prepare only the
yes.
income statement.
Yes.
I used to not prepare the comprehensive income statement. So I just wanna, in detail, I just wanna know what is the difference between them.
Yes. Okay, fine. Now, income statement is something related towards the revenue and also your expenses. Now, these are related directly towards the business. Okay. And then this other comprehensive income. Okay. Other statement of other comprehensive income. What we do here is nothing but we take few incomes which are not related directly to the main process of the business. जैसे कि for example हम लोग जो है ना if suppose we get into like suppose foreign exchanges हो रहे हैं. Okay. Foreign exchange में suppose I have to purchase something at some price at a later date and today I have recorded that transaction. जैसे कि मुझे I need $100 but not today, I need it later on. Okay. Now at that time I recorded ke 7,300 will be the amount which I'll be paying. But when I'm going to pay it, I pay only 7,000. क्यों? क्योंकि exchange rate गिर गया 70 हो गया. So this 7,000 I am into profit. I recorded it at 7,300, but I paid actually 7,000. So with this fluctuation in the price, I got an income of 300 और मेरा income है 300 क्योंकि after all वो income में ही आ जाएगा. या फिर the other way around, I had to receive $100. I said that okay, the receivable is $1,000. I had to receive 73,000. अब यहाँ पे suppose the exchange rate is increasing or decreasing, but there is a fluctuation. अब ये जो fluctuation है, is it directly related to the business? The answer is no. Now when that's not directly related to the business, उसको मैं क्या करूँगा? I'll make another short statement. मतलब इसके नीचे ही, like how they have created it. They did not create it separately actually. They have just segregated it. जैसे कि ऐसा, other income, other expense income net, they have just put it down there. They did not make a separate statement here because it is a quarterly statement. अब यहाँ पे वो लोग क्या करते, आपका जो normal income statement है, that income statement you will make it the same way. Other comprehensive income, you'll put down the other income, other expenses, and then you net it off and then put it down at the end of the net income. Net income के बाद आप उसका effect करते हैं, not before to it. All right, are you getting it? Now this foreign exchange fluctuation से जो income आई, this is one of the example. What all incomes and expenditure will come which are not directly attributable to the business? Directly मतलब purchase और sale के अंदर वो नहीं आ रहा है, it's coming under something else. Are you guys getting it? Yes.
Nasir, one more point here. See, if suppose we are having a branch, it is not part of a business, but we have, if suppose we have started a new business in a company, if we are getting an income from that, but it is a temporary. Are you getting my point? If
yes, I get it.
If it is a temporary, then we can add here, right? Statement of comprehensive.
You can. If it is temporary and just for one-off kind of a thing, you can put it there. Other comprehensive income.
Okay.
That's why now it's other comprehensive बोल के बोले. Everything which is not that directly attributable to the daily operations. क्योंकि ये fluctuations daily नहीं होते. ये fluctuation or some one-off businesses do not happen on a regular basis. That's the reason you put it under the other comprehensive income. It is just a segregation of daily activities to non-daily activities. All right. बस ताकि ये समझ में आए. Sometimes what happens is ये जो other comprehensive income है ना, ये इसके income थोड़ा कम रहता है. इसका income अगर थोड़ा कम हो, and then what happens, the average income goes down because of that. Now when that happens, the user if he's seeing into it, and he'll say that अरे इसका तो average कम है, their average, because you do not look into, like suppose let me just tell you, I do not look into that I have this much sales, 41 billion sales I'm having, and then at the end I'll say I have income before taxes or net income as 6 billion. People won't look at that. What will people look at is nothing but they'll divide 6 divided by 41. 6 billion divided by 41 billion. What will happen? They'll get a ratio. Now, when they get that ratio or that percentage, they'll decide on that percentage and ratio. Are you getting my point? So when what that happens, it goes haywire. And that's the reason usko thoda alag karke bana dete hain. All right. Clear? Clear, right? I can check. Yes, fine. All right. Then let's move forward. Now, accrual basis of accounting. Now, what does accrual basis of accounting say? Recognize income or expenditure even if it is receivable and payable. And why do we do that? So that we can have a proper matching concept in place. Yeah, not an estimate. Like suppose I have purchased $1,000 worth of goods. Okay, $1,000 worth of goods. But I did not pay them. I'm going to pay them later. So that's a payable. Okay, I recorded as a accounts payable. Now when I'm recording it as an accounts payable, it is because of accrual basis of accounting. What it says, even if it is payable, record it. Receivable means it's properly receivable, not estimates. Okay, not projections. I'm not talking about projections. I'm not talking about estimates. जैसे कि suppose आपके पास से किसी ने कुछ goods खरीद लिया, someone has purchased some goods from you. You have sold those goods, but he's going to pay you after 3 months. Then record it. Suppose you have the goods with you in the godown itself, and someone is going to come and purchase it. Someday you are going to sell it. That is anticipation, that is estimation. That you must not record it. I hope you're getting clarity here. You have sold goods, you did not receive money, then record it. That it is receivable. Goods sale हो गए, पैसे नहीं आए, पैसे आ जाएंगे. Record it. Why do you record it is because, जैसे कि example, आप सेल करते नवंबर में, आपको पैसे आ रहे हैं फरवरी में. What is happening here? The accounting year itself is changing. Are you getting my point? You're selling in November, you're getting in February. The accounting year itself is changing. So that's why it is better that you record it in November itself, that it is receivable, so that you do not violate one of the fundamental accounting concepts, which is matching concept. Clear? Everyone here? Clear? Everyone who's watching
like
this
that.
recording? Yes?
Sir, it is like that prepaid expenses and anything prepaid expenses like this.
Almost, yes. It is like that, prepaid expenditure and all that stuff.
Oh,
But understand the difference between the two. Estimation और इसका फर्क है. जब हो गया sale, you're recording it. That's fine. Okay. Now, see here, financial statements are prepared under the accrual basis of accounting. Accrual accounting records financial effects of the transaction, other events and circumstances when they occur rather than when they are associated or cash is paid or received. When they are occurred, do it. Whether cash is received or paid is irrelevant. Record it in the financial statements. We are not talking about anything else, just record it in the financial statements. Revenues are recognized in the period in which they were earned, even if the cash is received in the future period. Expenses are recognized in the period in which they are incurred, even if the cash will be paid in a future. Clarity for you all. Under That is what? That's under accrual basis. Now, under cash basis, now this is the difference. Cash basis revenues are recognized when cash is received and expenses are recognized when cash is paid. Under US GAAP, financial statements cannot be prepared under the cash basis of accounting. It should be prepared based on accrual basis of
Cool.
accounting. Clear, everyone? Everyone out there, is it clear for you? Till now,
Sir, what is this
Yes.
US
Yes,
GAAP?
sir.
US
Sir,
GAAP
US
जैसे कि
GAAP. Yeah.
IFRS है, International Financial Reporting Standards. This is globally accepted except in US. US has their own GAAP, which is nothing but generally accepted accounting principles. USA का generally accepted accounting principles. That's US GAAP. GAAP का मतलब वो फर्क नहीं है. GAAP,
Yeah.
GAAP.
और ये गैप का ये कौन सा है नंबर मतलब
No, there is no number.
देयर इज
For
नो
this,
नंबर
right now, there is no number, but just a differentiator and
So this is a
statement of it.
principle of US. US GAAP. This is a principle of US.
Exactly. In fact, that's a principle approximately worldwide only. In some cases, some companies, they actually record it only on cash basis. They don't go towards accrual basis. They say that when cash is received, then we record it. Otherwise, you don't record it only. We don't recognize it as a revenue itself. They violate the matching concept. They don't keep it also. Like suppose you do not want to sell on credit at all. Those type of people.
रिटेल
But some
Yes.
people, जैसे कि for example, you go to a hypermarket, you go to a
डिमार्ट
DMart hypermarket, तो वहाँ पे credit system चलता? Can you
No.
pay later?
नो
No. Now this is a customer point of view, but DMart is one place, or stores like DMart are a place in which the maximum credit goes on at the back end with the supplier and the store.
स्टोर
Getting my point? They receive it in cash only. They don't receive anything credit. Okay.
yes B2C transaction is on cash basis and B2B transaction are on
Exactly.
credit basis.
They are on credit basis and they go on a regular basis. All right. I hope that we have done good amount of a session today.
So
What
what
I'll
is
do
that
right
B21
now-
and B22? Sir, what is that B21 and
B2B is business to business. B2C is business to consumer.
okay, sir.
So business to business is nothing but that DMart store kind of a thing towards a supplier. That's business to business. And business
Yes,
to
sir.
consumer is on almost cash basis. But after all, वो वैसे जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस रहते हैं ना, वो सबसे ज्यादा क्रेडिट में डील करते हैं. हालांकि हमसे जल्दी कैश ले लेंगे वो लोग, बट दे डील इन क्रेडिट ओनली.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So what we will do right now is we'll pause our session for today. I hope that you guys have understood what we have explained. We'll not be doing any MCQs for the day, but this was just an introduction. It was good interacting with you all and understanding you. We'll go on a slow pace at the start, and once we are on track, we'll increase our speed, and within 45 sessions, we will be done with our part 1 syllabus, and also we'll be on track on revision also, and we can see that you guys can give your examination in January, February, at least part 1 exam. All right. I hope that this is clarity for you all. And for those who are watching this recording, and if you have any questions or doubts related, you can reach out to me over WhatsApp. All right.
Okay.